Hello everyone, this is Abhishek from Earthscience Classes. So here in this video I am going to discuss about Bayes rule. Okay, so what is Bayes rule? So when river flows, it will form a V-shaped valley, right? Because of its down cutting, the river will show a profile like this. Let me show you in block diagram so that you will understand. Right, so this is a river profile, right? River is forming V, we know, and glacier is forming U, right? Glacier valley is U shaped and river valley is V shaped because of its down cutting, more down cutting rather than side wall cutting. But in case of glacier, it is cutting both side wall as well as deeper region, so as well as the lower bedrocks. Okay, so that's why it is U-shaped. Okay, so the river is forming the V-shaped valley. So if there is any dipping bed, or plane is there in the exposed in the valley, then what type of outcrop pattern it will show. Okay, this is the river valley, and obviously river will flow from upslope. Suppose this is upslope and this is downslope, right? That means slope is in this direction, this sloping in this direction, so the river will flow like this, right? So this is the slope direction. If here any planar bed, if any bed is exposed here, suppose any vein or any dike or any coal seam or anything, right? Any planar structure, if it is exposed in the valley, then what type of outcrop pattern it will produce? That is the outcome of Bayes rule. That is the outcome of Bayes rule. Okay, so whatever diagram I will show you, that is map view, right? Okay, I will show you this cross section as well as map view, right? This Bayes rule actually we use in map view, right? Whatever diagram you are seeing here, these diagrams, these are all map view, and these are all cross section showing the deep of the bed. This is your bed and this is your slope. Okay, this is your bed and this is slope. So this is the cross section where you are seeing the inclination of the bed, okay, and as well as its deep direction and slope direction also. And here you are viewing the map where you are viewing the outcrop pattern, Okay, so I will come to this diagram. Before that, let me draw another diagram for contours, right? Before going to any planar structure, let's talk about the contours, how the contours will appear, how the contour lines will appear in a map which will represent a valley, right? When we are plotting contour lines in a valley region, then how they will appear, what is the appearance of the contour line in a valley. Okay, so let me draw the valley as I have drawn in the previous slide, the block diagram. Like this, right? This is my valley. My river is flowing here. Okay, as I have told, this is your upslope direction and this is your downslope direction, right? Suppose this one is north, then the slope is, that means when I am talking about slope, that is your inclination of surface, inclination of surface, right? Ground surface, inclination of ground surface or the earth surface there, right? So it is in the direction of south, right? Let's say this is north, I have told you, this is north, I have given there. So the ground is sloping towards south, right? So what is contour line? Contour line is nothing but line joining points of equal height, equal elevation, right? Line joining points of equal elevation or line joining points of equal height, right? So if you see this point, let's say I am taking this one as 0, let's say I am doing that cross section here, it's like this, okay. Let's say this is my 0 elevation, right? This is 0 height, okay, and this point is, let's say 100 meter elevation. This point is 100 meter elevation. This point is having elevation of 100 meter, right? So here you will get 100 meter, here you will get 100 meter, here also you will get 100 meter, right? This is the cross section, right? I am plotting this plane, I am plotting this part is plotted here, okay. So if you see, this point is having 100 meter elevation, this is 100, this is 100, and this point is less than 100, suppose 70, let's say it is 70, let's say it is then 40 or anything, right? Similarly, this is your, let's say 20, okay, then 40, and then 70, like that, and then 100, these are all 100, these are all 100 meter elevation, right? So why I have plotted this? If you pass a vertical plane, here, like this is a vertical plane, right? This one is vertical plane that I have shown it here, okay. So you are getting 100 points, 100 meter points here, and then 70 meter, then 40 meter, 20 meter, 40 meter, like that, okay. That means elevation is dropping, the height is dropping, right? At each point you are getting a elevation drop, you are getting an elevation drop, okay. That means if you have to get 100 meter, if you have to get, suppose this is 100 meter, this point is 100 meter, this point is 100 meter, and this point is 100 meter, these points are of 100 meter. Now if I have to find 100 meter, this is the downslope direction, right? This is the downslope direction, okay. So if I have to get 100 meter, shall I go downslope? The answer is no, because if I will go downslope, the elevation will drop. If I will go upslope, then the elevation will rise, right? That means here I am getting 100 meter, here I am getting 100 meter, but here I am getting, let's say 70 or 80 at this point. If I have to find 80 meter, 100 meter here, if I have to find 100 meter, where I have to go? I have to go in upslope direction, suppose at this point. Here I am getting 40, let's say here I am getting elevation of 40, here I am getting 80, okay, then here I am getting 40, suppose here I am getting 40, for getting 100 meter elevation I have to go upslope, suppose here, right? Similarly, at this point I am getting 100 meter, at this point I am getting 70 meter, okay. To get 100 meter elevation I have to go upslope, let's say here. Then this is having 40 meter elevation, for getting 100 meter elevation I have to go upslope here, like that. And in the central part I have to go more to get 100 meter, like this. So if I will join the 100-meter points, if I'll join the points with 100-meter elevation, okay, if I'll join the point with 100-meter elevation, how it will appear? Let me change one color so that how it will appear. It will appear like this, right? It will appear like this. What is this? This is nothing but a contour line. This is nothing but a contour line what I have plotted for 100-meter elevation. That means the contour value is 100 meter. To get 100-meter elevation, I have to go up slope because I cannot get at that point. As you see, the elevation is dropping here 100, 100, 100, then 70, then 40, and then 20. So the elevation is dropping here. If I have to get 100 meter, I have to go upstream direction. I have to go in upstream direction. Okay, because in upstream height will increase. So if I'll go 70, this is 70, then 80, 90, and 100. Somewhere I will get 100 meter. Here 40, then 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Somewhere here I will get 100 meter. So if I'll join, it will appear like this, right? That means if you watch it in map view, that means suppose you are in flight and you are watching, your field of view is like this, you are watching from above. So the contour line will go like this, right? This is your north, right? Slope is towards south, but your V is pointing upstream, right? Similarly, for 200 meter, if we will go, this is 0 elevation, right? This is 0. I have told this is sloping surface. Okay, let me erase this one. Okay, so let me see. Okay, this is your horizontal surface. This is your horizontal surface which is having 0 meter elevation. Okay, 0 height. So this point is having 100 meter. Suppose I will go for 200 meter. 200 meter will be here because ground is sloping. You can see this is the slope angle. Okay, so this is your 200 meter elevation. Then you will get 200 meter here because this is plane surface. You will get 200 meter here. But here there is elevation drop, right? If you go straight here you will get elevation drop, right? Here you will get elevation drop. If you have to get 200 meter, you have to move slight upstream, then again upstream, then again upstream, like that. At the central part you have to go up. Then similarly from here 200 meter, these are all points of 200 meter. Then to get 200 meter you have to go up like this, right? So it will show this kind of pattern where you will find a V, which is pointed in upstream direction, right? This is pointed in the upstream direction. What you are plotting? You are plotting contour lines. What is contour line? The line which is joining points of equal elevation. When you are joining points of equal elevation, okay, if you imagine a plane, which is containing points, okay, the line joining points of equal elevation is contour line. Okay, if you imagine a plane which is containing these points of equal elevation, that means that plane is horizontal. Suppose this is a plane and I am saying that all the points are of equal heights. All the points here are of equal height, suppose 100 meter, 100 meter, this is 0, so all are having 100 meter height, right? All are having 100 meter height. Then this plane is horizontal, this plane is horizontal. Okay, so again for horizontal plane, okay, the pattern which is followed by this contour, I have told you the contour will point towards upstream. You can see this time. Okay, okay, let me write somewhere so that you will understand. Okay, so the contour lines, they will point V upstream. Okay, as I have shown here, like this, right? This is your north direction. The ground surface is sloping south, ground surface is sloping south. Okay, and the contours are pointing towards north, that means opposite direction, that means in upstream direction. Okay, similarly, as you talk about horizontal plane, as you take the horizontal plane, as I have told, horizontal plane is nothing but a plane which is containing points of equal elevation, that means it will also follow the same kind of pattern as contour. It will also follow same pattern as of contour. Okay, as I have told, contour lines, they will show V pattern or outcrop pattern. V is the outcrop pattern, right? V is the outcrop pattern. Contour lines will show in which direction? In upstream direction. Similarly, if we will pass a horizontal plane, if we are looking for a outcrop pattern of a horizontal plane, if we are looking for outcrop pattern of a horizontal plane, it will also show same kind of pattern as contour lines. As contour lines is what? Line joining points of equal elevation. Horizontal plane is also a plane which is containing points of equal elevation, so it will also point V in upstream direction. Another way where I can show you like this. Okay, this is the and this is horizontal, this is the slope, right? This sloping in this direction, and this is north, let's say this is north. Okay, and slope is in this direction. Okay, now what I will do, I will pass a horizontal plane here. I will pass a horizontal plane here. I will pass a horizontal plane here, right? This is a horizontal surface, right? This is a horizontal surface, right? I hope you can imagine this. Okay, this is a horizontal surface. This red color is a horizontal surface, representing a horizontal surface, and this is my ground surface. This blue one is showing my ground condition. It is sloping in this direction. Okay, you can fold two notebooks. You can fold one notebook showing belly, and you can keep another notebook with your hand. Okay, to see this how it is happening, right? Just fold one notebook in your left hand and put another notebook in your right hand, and then try to intersect the sloping belly and horizontal surface like this. Okay, so how the, yes, this is planar surface, it is looking like this. If you go for the intersection of this horizontal surface, if you are going to find this intersection of this horizontal surface with this belly, with this sloping belly, then how the outcrop will be, or how the intersection will be? The intersection will be somewhat like this, right? The intersection will be somewhat like this, right? Because the horizontal plane, this is the horizontal plane. Okay, this is passing through this surface. So how it will intersect the surface, ground surface? It will intersect with a V. It will intersect with a V, where the V is pointing upstream. This is your upstream direction, and this is your downstream direction. Okay, so it will point V upstream. Okay, or else I can show you another diagram. I am showing different diagrams just to let you know about this, right? Okay, so this is my horizontal. Okay, and this is my slope angle, right? This is my horizontal. Okay, this is the slope angle. So if I'll pass a horizontal plane here, okay, this is the belly. What I have to do? I have to pass a horizontal plane here, like this. It will go and intersect like this, then this, right? And if you have to find that horizontal plane, it will go like this, right? This is a horizontal surface. This is a horizontal surface which is outcropping on the ground surface. This is a horizontal bed or any vein or coal seam, anything, horizontal planar structure which is intersecting the ground surface. It is appearing like this. It is appearing like this, right? The V points upstream direction. The V points in upstream direction. Okay, I have given you different diagrams to help you in imagining the structure, right? So the horizontal plane will also appear, also point V in upstream direction. Okay, then we'll talk about Oh, sorry. Okay, so the bed, first we have talked about contour. So contour is, the V is in upstream direction, and then the horizontal bed is also pointing V in upstream direction. Then we are going to see how the inclined bed will appear, or how the inclined bed will outcrop on a valley, or the direction of V, towards which the inclined bed will point, right? So again, for inclined bed there are two conditions. One is the bed is inclined in opposite direction as slope, right? So I have shown you the picture where the ground is sloping towards south, right? I have shown you this picture where ground is sloping towards this is your north, so ground is sloping south, right? So first condition is bed will be inclined in opposite direction. That means dip direction is towards north. In this case, dip direction is opposite. That means towards north in this case. Okay. And second condition is bed is inclined in same direction as slope. Second is bed is inclined in same direction as slope. Okay. So let's go to the first condition. Bed is inclined in the opposite direction as slope. So the slope is towards south. And now what I will do, I'll draw a plane. Which will dip opposite. That means I'll draw a plane like this. This is a plane which is dipping towards north, right? So here you will get straight line. Then as it is going up, that means as you are moving north, you are finding the bed deeper, right? As you are moving north, you are finding the bed in north. Because it is dipping north, you cannot find the bed towards south. Because it is dipping north, if you are going below, if you are increasing depth, you can find the bed in north direction only. You cannot find here. Right? You cannot find the bed here because the bed is dipping towards north. Okay. So what you have to do, if you are going for valley, if you are searching for the bed in the valley, then you have to go towards north. If you are searching for the bed in the valley, then you have to go towards north like this, right? It will appear like this. So the bed will point V, towards upstream. Again, this is the flowing direction, this is the downslope, right? So the bed will point V upstream. You can see the bed will point V, the V is in upstream direction, right? So if the bed is inclined and it is inclined in opposite direction as slope, it will also point V upstream. It will also point V in upstream direction. Okay. Then if the bed is inclined in same direction as slope, then again there are two conditions. First condition is the dip of the bed deep of the bed is less than slope of ground. Slope of ground or slope of valley. That means the angle of inclination of the valley or the ground surface or the slope is greater than the angle of inclination of the bed, right? And the second condition is deep of the bed is greater than slope of the valley. Second condition is the deep of the bed is greater than slope of the valley, right? So what will be the V, or in which direction it will point V? Okay, so yes, so first condition is deep of the bed is in same direction, deep of the bed is in same direction as slope, but the bed is dipping at a gentle angle as compared to slope, right? So the bed is dipping like this, right? The bed is dipping like this, or let me show you another clear picture like this. This is the valley. Let's say this is the angle of inclination of the ground surface. Now you can see how steeper it is, right? This is horizontal and this is the slope. So it is steeper and this is the bed. And this is the bed. Okay, where the bed is also sloping, this is horizontal, sorry, this is the bed. Okay, the bed is also sloping, this is the horizontal, right, and this is the slope angle. Let me draw the horizontal in different color so that this is the horizontal, and you can mark the difference between this is your delta, that means deep, and this is your theta, which is slope. Okay, now if you want to find the outcrop of this bed, if you want to find out the outcrop of this bed, it will go straight here and here. This is the V, right? So if you want to find out the outcrop here of this bed, you can see here it is in north. This is north direction. The deeper part are in north direction, right? The deeper part are in north direction. If you go towards south, you cannot find that. If you go towards south, you cannot find that bed, right? It is dipping in same direction, but the bed is gentler. You can see this angle, this is gentler, delta and theta. You can compare between delta and theta. The bed is gentler and the slope is steeper. So if you go towards north, then only you can find the bed in the deeper part, right? So what is valley? Valley is exposing the deeper part, right? Valley is exposing the deeper part. So if you want to find out the bed, you have to move towards north. You have to move towards north like this. You have to move towards north like this. So for this diagram also, if you want to find out the bed, as it is present in the north direction, you cannot find the bed in south direction, right? This is your slope, and here you can see the angle of inclination with the horizontal. This is your dip. So theta is greater than delta here in this case. Okay, the slope is greater than dip of the bed. So you are finding the bed in the northern direction. So if you have to find out the bed, you have to move towards north in the deeper region. What is belly? Belly is excavating the surface and exposing the deeper part. So if you have to find the bed in deeper part, you have to move towards north like this, right? So if you will join them, they will point B in the upstream direction. They will point B in the upstream direction, right? This is the downslope. The B is pointing towards upstream. What is the case? When slope is greater than D. So in this case, it is also pointing upstream. It is also pointing upstream, right? Then the next condition is dip of the bed is greater than slope of the valley. Dip of the bed is greater than slope of the valley, right? So delta will be greater than theta. Okay, so delta will be greater than theta. So let me draw the diagram. This is the valley, right? And as I have told, this is your north. Okay, it is pointing, sorry, it is sloping towards south, right? Now I am going to plot, I am going to draw a bed. I am going to draw a bed where the dip delta is greater than slope, that is theta. That means, let's say, okay, let me draw it in another color. Yeah. So this is the bed. It is, you can see here, this is my horizontal, this is my horizontal, and this is my slope theta. Now it's my horizontal, and this is my angle delta. This is my angle delta. So you can see the delta is greater than theta. Delta is greater than theta, right? This is the horizontal, right? This is the horizontal, and you can see this part is theta and this part is delta, right? So delta is greater than theta. Now you can see in this diagram, here if you are moving towards north, you are not finding the bed, but towards south you are finding the bed, right? In the deeper part, in the deeper region, if you see, in the northern part you are not finding the bed, but in the southern part you are finding the bed in the deeper region, right? So if you are looking for the bed in the valley region, here it will be straight as the plane is flat here, as the surface is flat here. I have drawn the flat surface, so it will be horizontal. But at this valley region, as I have told, valley is nothing but it is exposing the deeper part, and in the deeper region you can see from this side that it is present only in the southern side. It is present only in the downslope side. It is not present in the upslope side. This is upslope side, this is downslope side, right? So it is present in the downslope side. So if you see in the valley region, the bed will appear like this. The bed will appear like this, which is the V points in the downstream direction. The V points in the downstream direction. Okay, so we have read these conditions. First, the contour line, as I have told, the contour will always point upstream. Then horizontal bed, it will also point upstream, because horizontal plane is also a plane which is containing points of equal elevation, right? So it will also show upstream. Then when bed is inclined in opposite direction, it will also point upstream. Bed inclined in same direction and deep is lesser than slope, then also it will point upstream. Then if the bed is inclined in same direction and deep of the bed is greater than slope, then it will point downstream. So it is the only condition, you can also remember like this, it is the only condition where the bed is dipping in same direction and deep is greater than slope. It is the only condition when you will get the outcrop pattern points V in the downstream direction. The outcrop pattern points V in the downstream direction. If you talk about vertical bed, if you talk about exposure of vertical bed, this is vertical bed. If I will pass a vertical bed here, it will not show any upstream or downstream. It will not show any upstream or downstream. It will just show the profile of the river. Right? This is your vertical surface. This surface what you are viewing, this is your vertical surface, right? So any vertical surface that will not point any upstream or downstream direction. Okay. But when you talk about horizontal bed, it will show upstream. When you talk about any bed which is inclined in opposite direction, that will also show upstream. When it will be your same direction but deep is gentler, then also upstream. When deep of the bed is steeper, that is the only condition when it will show downstream V. Okay. So you can see these diagrams again for your review, right? You can see this diagram. This is the condition where the bed is dipping opposite. Bed is dipping opposite to ground slope. Now you can see the V points. Okay, first let's talk about the contours. These are the contour lines. As I have told, the contour will point V towards upstream direction. That means this is upstream direction, this is downstream direction, right? This is upstream and this is downstream. For each map, you can see upstream is towards this side and downstream is here towards this side. You can see this is upstream, this is downstream, right? As the slope is towards this side. So the contour is pointing V in the upstream direction. If you are going for a bed which is dipping opposite, you will get V in the upstream direction. Then again you are going for vertical. This is vertical bed. As I have told, you are not getting any upstream or downstream V. It will be as it is. The outcrop will show a straight line. because you are viewing from above. Like your field of view is like this. So you will see only a straight line. There is no V pointing in any direction. Then here the bed is dipping in same direction. And this is the horizontal. So this is your delta and this is your theta. So theta is bed is dipping in same direction and theta is less than delta. That means bed is steeper, the dip is greater. So you can see it is pointing downstream. Because contour always point upstream. Okay, so it is showing opposite pattern. So it is pointing towards downstream direction, which is the only condition when it shows downstream, that is bed is steeper, deep is steeper. Then let's complete this part, then we'll go to that. Here it is, bed is dipping in same direction, and if you see, this is your theta, and here it is delta is gentler. If you see here, delta is less than theta. The slope is steeper. So it will also show V in upstream direction. Okay. For horizontal bed, it will, as I have told, horizontal bed means it will contain points of equal elevations, right? And what are contours? Contours are lines of equal elevation. So if the contours are like this, these are the contours, let's say these are the contour lines like this, they are pointing like this. Okay, suppose this is of 100 meter contour, this is 200 meter contour, this is 300 meter contour. Okay, and you are getting a bed which is, horizontal bed which is having elevation of 250. Let's take an example, a horizontal bed which is having an elevation of 250 meter. So the bed will appear like this. It will go exactly parallel to the contours. It will not intersect the contours, right? It will not intersect the contours as it is having 250 meter elevation, right? This bed is having 250 meter elevation. So as you can see, I have plotted it in between 200 meter and 300 meter, and it is not intersecting any contours. Because if I will draw a bed like this, let's say if I will draw a bed like this, that means at this point it is having 100 meter elevation, at this point it is having 200 meter elevation, at this point it is having 300 meter elevation, here 300 meter, 200 meter and 100 meter. That means the bed is dipping. As the bed is having different elevations, that means the bed is inclined. But here in the black bed, the bed which I have plotted in black color, that is having same elevation everywhere as it is horizontal. So I have plotted that bed which is not intersecting any of the contours. It is running parallel. Okay. So it will be parallel and points upstream, then that is horizontal bed. Okay. And here there is a bed which is inclined. And it is angle of inclination is same as slope. You can see the theta is equal to delta. In this case, the theta is equal to delta. So what will happen? You cannot find V there. like let me, this is the this is the this is the block diagram of that valley. Okay. And you are getting a bed which is having same elevation as, which is having same inclination as your valley, as your ground surface, right? This is the bed which is having same elevation as ground surface. It will have same elevation as ground surface. Then you can see they will not intersect, right? It will go like this here, and it will go like this here. Okay, they will not intersect, they will not show V. You can see they are like this, they are not intersecting anywhere, they are not intersecting anywhere, as it is parallel to ground surface. This is showing it parallel to ground surface, right? It will appear like this. Okay. But the contours, how the contour will appear? The contour will point upstream. The contour will point like this is 100-meter contour. It will appear like this. 200-meter contour. It will appear like this, right? But you can see that the bed is cutting the contours. The bed is cutting the contours. That means it is having 200-meter elevation here, 100-meter elevation here, 100 here, 200 here. Okay, so it is inclined, but it is inclined parallel to the ground surface. So you are not getting any V-shaped outcrop, rather you are finding parallel lines. Okay, so this is all about VS rule. I hope all of you have understood. Okay, thank you.